Sharp shooting leads LSU women's basketball to a 99-68 win over Arkansas. The Tigers were back in the Pete Maravich Assembly Center on Sunday afternoon for the first time in 2 games, and they were able to secure a 99-68 win over Arkansas. There was a lot of sharp shooting for LSU on Sunday, especially from Michaela Williams, who hadn't made a three-point shot in the last 2 games. Williams hadn't made a three-point shot in more than a week until this game. She shot 0 for 2 against Alabama on Thursday, and 0 for 1 in the loss to Auburn last Sunday. Sunday's matchup against Arkansas was different. Williams finished with 21 points and knocked down 2 three-pointers in the first quarter. She finished the afternoon shooting 3 for 5 from 3. Williams hadn't made a three-pointer since Texas A&M came to town on January 11th, where she shot 2 for 5. Could her recent three-point success at home and her struggles on the road just be a coincidence? Yes. But the Tiger faithful could also be her secret weapon for knocking down shots from behind the arc. Haley Van Lith scored in double figures as well. While she shot 2 for 6 from 3, she finished with 20 points and 6 assists, shooting 7 for 18 from the field, and 4 for 4 from the foul line. Flau'jae Johnson also made multiple three-pointers, as she finished with 13 points, and shot 2 for 4 from 3. However, an unfamiliar face had a spot in the three-point club for Sunday's matchup: Angel Reese. Reese made her lone three-point attempt in the second quarter, and she finished with 16 points and 17 rebounds. Anissa Morrow came alive in the second half, as she finished with 14 points and 8 rebounds. After 6 points in the first half, she scored 6 points in the third quarter. Aaliyah Del Rosario added 7 points and 4 rebounds off the bench. The three-point success from LSU was ironic, as Arkansas is known for enjoying the three ball. But the Razorbacks didn't have the same luck, as they shot 12 for 47 from behind the arc. Arkansas's lack of three-point success seemed to have deflated its offense as a whole. Samara Spencer led the Razorbacks with 20 points along with 7 assists. She shot 3 for 9 from 3. Miriam Dauda scored 16 points, shooting 4 for 11 from 3, and Michaela Daniels scored 13 points along with 6 rebounds. LSU looked like the team many expected to be in Sunday's matchup. There never was a dull moment from the opening tip to the final buzzer, and much of that had to do with Williams. Arkansas made Reese its priority to defend, and Williams and LSU's guards took advantage. Williams scored an early 5 points to force a timeout from Arkansas, as LSU had built a 9-0 lead within the first 3 minutes of the game. Johnson also had 5 points in the opening quarter. Van Lith then scored 8 points in the second quarter, and Williams added another 5 points. While Reese was a defensive threat in the first quarter with 7 rebounds in the opening quarter alone, she was held to just 2 rebounds in the second quarter. It was important that LSU's guards came alive as quickly as they did. In more competitive Southeastern Conference matchups, and especially the postseason, more teams will make Reese and Morrow their priority to control. To stay in games and win, Williams, Johnson and Van Lith become that much more important for the team. Speaking of more competitive SEC matchups, LSU will be back in the PMAC on Thursday to take on Dawn Staley and her number 1 ranked South Carolina Gamecocks. The Tigers will obviously be tested, and they arguably won't have a more difficult test until the postseason. The Tigers and the Gamecocks square off in the PMAC on Thursday at 7 p.m. At 6 p.m. that night, ESPN will host College Game Day at the PMAC, marking the first time College Game Day has come to Baton Rouge for a women's basketball game. The game will also be aired on ESPN.